Hello friends, welcome to our channel CSC Gurus. Moving on to the next one, question number 11. The following postfix expression with single digit operands is evaluated using stack. So this expression we are evaluating using stack. So the question is asking is, of course, cap is the exponential operator. What are the top two elements of the stack after the first asterisk is evaluated? So there are two asterisks to be evaluated, but we want the answer when this position comes. What are the top two elements, of course, in the stack, right? So I'll take a stack here. How the operations will come, we'll see. Like this it will be initially. So whenever there is an operand comes, I'll push into the stack. Whenever there is an operator, now I have to pop two elements, then I have to operate, right? So first the element 8, I'll push into the stack. Next again operand, yes, push into the stack. Next 3, push into the stack. Next cap, of course the operator. Now I have to pop two elements. So 3, 2. Okay, yeah, of course it has to be taken. So the element 3, then I have to take 2, and now we need to have cap operation. So like this it will be, it's not 3 cap 2, it is 2 cap 3. So like this it will be. And what is 2 power 3, which is 8. So now this operation, the value is 8. Now 8 has to be pushed, right? So these 2 has to be deleted, and now I'm pushing 8. Now what is the next operand that you are getting operator, right? So slash. So whenever there is an operator, I have to pop the top two elements. What are the top two? Anyway, two elements are there. 8 and 8. 8 divided by 8, which is 1. So I have to remove these two, and 1 will be pushed onto the stack. Now 2 comes. So when 2 comes, I'll push into the stack. 3, I'll push into the stack. Now asterisk. Now I have to pop the elements. Okay. So now if I pop 3 and 2 should be popped, that is like this asterisk, so which is 6. Now 6 has to be pushed here. Now this is a question, it is asking the top two elements of the stack after the first asterisk is evaluated. I evaluated, now the elements are 6 and 1. Option A. And here we need to remember this point. Whenever you pop 2 and 3, if you write 3 comma 2, it will be like 3 square. So remember carefully which value, which operand to be taken first. So that's why I have given this question. In order to avoid the confusion, you have to ensure this one, right? If you write 3 square, your answer will be wrong, right? Coming to question number 12. Convert the following infix expression into equivalent postfix. Converting infix to postfix, I think it is little bit easy compared to the other conversions like postfix to infix. So this is simple, like how we'll do with respect to the expression evaluation. So simply I'll start with A plus B is there. I cannot directly convert. I'll check it out which is the first priority. B cap D. Cap in the sense here exponential. Now if I compare plus and exponential, why? Because it is in the braces, right? So only two operators are there. Which operator I have to take first? Exponential. So that's why I'll do exponential first, then braces is closing, that's why I have to complete this one. So A followed by whatever the operation followed by plus, right? This part is over. Division of this entire thing. Okay, so I cannot directly make division. First I have to take the braces. EF followed by minus, right? E minus F will become EF minus. This part is over. Now the thing is, you can observe it's something like this is something like I'll take this entire as X divided by this as Y plus G, right? Now there are no braces here. If there are braces, I'll go for Y plus G, but now you can see division is the first priority compared with plus. So now I have to take X division Y. So that's why we need to take division now. So this part X means this entire part, right? So Y means this entire part. Now division will come, and finally this G. So G followed by plus. So I think this is our answer, right? ABD cap plus like this, F minus slash G plus. I think our option A is correct answer. So we need to do carefully. If there is a brace, then our answer will be another. Like first I have to complete this part, then this part. So then our postfix expression will be changed. Moving on to the question number 13. This is a question with respect to a graph. It is given an undirected graph where self loops are not allowed. Okay, the vertex set of G. Okay, here is given a constraint when you have to get an edge. Of course, I have given this example like there are 12 edges, like 1 to 12 means, sorry, there are 12 vertices. Okay, and 12 vertices, how it can be arranged such that it is taking I comma j is an edge. What is I comma j? So from I vertex to the j there is an edge. When it is an edge, you can see there is an edge between. Okay, this is a one vertex point. I comma j means it is a point. It's something like 1 comma 1 is a one vertex, 2 comma 2 is a vertex, 3 comma 3 it's like some vertices. So when I can write an edge, so I can write A comma B comma C comma D if there is a difference at least, sorry, at most 1. There is a difference at least at most 1. That means I'll take one simple example, 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2. So if I take this as A, this as B, this as D, C, D, so I can say that what is A minus C? 1 minus 1, 0, of course, less than 1 minus 2, yes, fine. I can take this as one edge. So like this, I can take 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2 also. I can take 2 comma 1, 1 comma 2 also. But I cannot take 1 comma 1 and 1 comma 3 as an edge. Why? Because 1 minus 3 which is exceeding. I cannot take 1 comma 1 and something like 5 comma 1 as an edge. Okay, one vertex, it's exceeding, right? So there are all the edges. That means indirectly I can say that like this, all the edges you have. Okay, like this. Now total number of edges you have to find it out. Okay, so but be careful while you are finding the number of edges. So it's not simply, you may think of, okay, each cell totally I'll find, I think totally 12 vertices. That's why I'll find 11 boxes, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So you'll find only 11 boxes, not 12, 11 boxes. Horizontally and vertically you may think of 11 into 11. Okay, and each will have 6. So like this it will be a wrong answer, right? You have to be careful. Why? Because there are common edges while you are finding. If you take this cell and this cell, so this will be a common one, right? So like this we need to check it out which are common one, and we have to ensure that. So that's why what I'll do here is I'll check it out. First I'll take this edge and this edge which are inside a cell, right? Which are inside a box. So 2 edges inside each box. So now first I'll take totally 121 into 2. So which is 242. First I'll take this one. So there is no common things. If you take like this for each one, like this for everything, like this here, here like this, there is no common edge you will find. Now I'll take this one, this edge, this edge, this edge, like this I'll find 12 edges, right? 12 edges, it's not 11. Why? Because you can count totally 12 into how many you will find like this. Here this is one row. Like this, how many rows you will find? Like this, 1 2 3, like this only 11 only. You can observe. So 11. So totally 132, right? 132 like this vertical edges. So the remaining are horizontal like this. So like this, how many I will find in a row like this? 11, I think. Sorry, 2. Yeah, 11. And like this, how many here? You will find 12 here. You can say 1 2. If the lines you can consider, 12 you can find. That's it. You can add up all these things. So totally 506 edges you will find here. So option C is our answer. You can check it out clearly how we need to consider. Coming to question number 14. So this is a question regarding the linked list concept. The address of the first node of a linked list is consisting of an integer and a pointer to the next address node is 1000. What will be the address of the second node? So linked list will have a node data part and address part, where data something like x will be there, address will be there here. So this address something like here it is giving 1000, some example. So here it is asking what is the address of this one. So in a linked list we know that the memory will be allocated dynamically. There is no sequential memory location, which is there is no guarantee, like might be in very rare case, might be, but there is no constraint, like there is no sequential memory addressing. So this might be 1000, this might be another, somewhere you will take 1286, somewhere the next sequence will take something like 4000, 423, like this it will take. Okay, so random address, so we cannot say directly this is the address, whereas in the concept of arrays we can say. So that's why the answer is here we cannot predict, right? So we cannot say it is a sequential like this, we cannot predict. So that is about the concept of linked list, where the address, of course the values are sequential, right? So if what is the next value of this address means, next value means it has to go to the address. So address, what is the address? It will be stored here 1286, right? The next here the address will be 4423. So like this, that's why we call it as the values logically sequential but not physical. Logically they are sequential, the values in a linked list, but not physical. Physically they are different memory locations which are not in sequence. Option D is the correct answer. Question about circular queue. So if in a circular queue the front is at 9, we know that front means we can delete the elements, from rear means we can insert the elements. The deletion of an element will make. So front is at 9, here F is there, front, and rear is at 4, here R is there. So from this position you have to insert the element. When you insert here, it will some element, the element will go here. If you insert, the element will go here, like this it will be. But when you delete, so here 9, if I delete, the next position of front will be here itself. So the answer is A option, that is the position is 0. We'll see some more questions in the next video lecture. Thank you.